Welcome to Pilates with Lou. In today's Express Mat class, we're going to be focusing on our legs, and all you're going to need is your mat. There are two Pilates principles that I would like you to pay particular attention to, and that is precision and control. By focusing on these two principles, I know you're going to get the most out of today's class and achieve those strong, toned legs. Okay, let's get started. To start, let's come into the middle of the mat. Let's lengthen our arms long and let's just articulate down to the mat. Bring our arms by our side, heels underneath our knees. We're going to take 2 pelvic curls here, warming up and pressing this one up, coming into the bridge. Take a breath in at the top, melting back down to the mat. One more. Pressing your hands in, shoulders relaxed onto the mat. And coming down. This time, we're going to stay up. And we're going to raise that right leg into the air and lift those hips up. Keep them lifted and then lengthen that leg down and then bring it up. So flex down and point up. For 3, keep those hips lifted. Keep the hands pressed into the mat. And back to center. Pressing those hips up evenly. Let's raise your left leg now. So flex to bring it down in line with your knee and then pressing up. Can you keep those hips lifted? Not the easiest thing to do. For 3. And bring it back down. Articulate back down. Give yourself a small rock here. Okay, back to position. Find that neutral pelvis. And we're going to wind those hips up. And this time, let's lengthen that left leg out long. Still, our hips are raised. And we're going to lift it up in line with our knee and then flex it back down. Lift it up. For 3. Bring your feet back together again. Press those hips up. How much did they drop? Let's lengthen that right leg out now. Lengthen a little bit more. And then raise it up in line with our knee and bring it down. So it's the opposite of what we did in the first move. Bring your feet back together. Press those hips up. Let's give me 5 pulses here. And winding down with control. Let's move into hip circles now. Let's raise our left leg up, pressing our hands evenly into the mat, chin away from our chest, shoulders down. Inhale, come around the body and up. Feeling stable in our pelvis. And the other way. Lower that leg down with control, lengthening it out as you lower. You should have one leg longer than the other. Raise that right leg up now. Take a breath in. Cross it over the body and up. And change directions. Inhale to open. Exhale to come across the body. Using your navel to pull it back to center. Okay, let's lengthen it long back to the mat. Reach your arms overhead. Let's take a roll up here. Flex your feet. Inhale. Float your arms up. And coming up. Let's drop the crown of the head. Lengthen those hands long. Pulling your belly back to your spine. And coming up. Okay, sitting in the middle of the mat. Going to bring my right hand to the back edge of the mat and my left foot also to the back edge. I'm going to bend my right knee and then take a breath in and lengthen that right leg to the top corner of the mat. Really working my inner thighs here. 4, 3. And coming over to the other side. Right foot towards the edge of the mat as well as my left hand. Extending that left leg long to the top corner. 4, 4. Now let's come into a quadruped position. And we're going to bring our knees underneath our hips. Bring that left leg, bent left leg in towards our hands and then extending it out. Keeping our hips parallel to the mat, keeping our hips square. 4, 4. Working on really lengthening out through that hip joint on the exhale. How much length can you get? That's when we really have that leg engaged, those muscles turned on. This time, let's walk that right knee out a little bit, turn your toes, and bring that left knee in again. And then we're going to extend both legs out. Exhale to push out. 4, 4. Coming down onto our forearms now. In the attitude position, let's bring that left leg behind and we're going to press up, still keeping our hips square, but that left leg is extending long. 4, 4. Coming up onto our hands now. We're going to drop our hips to the right and my knees together. Drop my hips to the right and then bring that left leg up, dropping your left shoulder behind and then turning, dropping your right hips to the right and extending that right leg long. Finding flow in this move. One more set. Coming back to the quadruped position. This time we're going to raise that right knee off the mat, bring it into our hands and then extending it long, keeping your hips parallel to the mat. Shoulders away from our ears. 4, 4. Walk that left knee out. Turn your toes, tuck your toes. Bring that right knee in and then straighten both legs. Bend down. How are your hips in this move? Still square, hopefully. 4, 4. Let's
Bring that right leg on top of the left calf in an attitude position, coming down to our forearms. Bring those shoulders back from our ears. Exhale, lengthen up and bring it back down. How much can we extend that leg? Engaging all the muscles, the glute and the leg. For 4. And we're done. I hope you enjoyed that short express leg session, and I'll see you next time.